Hey everybody, I've got tools in my hand. I have something to talk with you about. We're going to leave the shed. I've been cleaning. Look, I'm packing. I'm putting it all away. It's a lot of work. And I'm learning something. You guys desire to check out what I got going on? Check that out. You know what I'm doing? Whoa, almost fell. I am purging. I'm almost done. This whole area used to just be slogged full of lumber, and it's almost gone. And I'm burning all of this old, man, I don't know why I was hanging on to it. Check this out. You want to know what's popular up here? Tailings. See all this? This is a pallet of just miscellaneous pieces of lumber. I mean, you can see it's on a normal size pallet down there. You know, you can see it's a normal size one. And it's just pieces of tailing. So I put all the pressure treated lumber in there. I'm gonna take all this mulch here. This is probably, I don't know, 20 yards of mulch, and I'm gonna spread it out all over there after we're done burning. Yet it's, oh man, did I lose you? That is hot. I know it may not look that big. Here's what I desired to talk with you guys tonight. And I'm going to move a little bit closer to the house because I need to pick up the internet so it doesn't start jacking with our connection here. Life at times will force us to react. And this is probably easier explained than experienced. When we have to move on something and we know that time is of the essence and you don't have much time and you really can't stop and analyze in great depth, you have to move. You just got to get something going. You got to clean up. You got to reassess. You've got to get stuff out. You got to move. And there's this sense of urgency that's bubbling inside of me right now. And it's really not even for what I'm going to be sharing with you guys here in the next couple of weeks. This is for all of us. If there's things you can do right now to clean up your property and to ready it, so if you had to go too, it'll make it easier to sell. Right now, we're being forced to react, and I have to tell you a little bit about the real estate market. As most of you know, my wife and I are both full-time real estate agents. There is huge value in this clue. If you are going to plan on selling your home here in the near future, let's say in 2024, here's how you will separate yourself from everybody else. It's going to be super simple. The people that are going to be buying homes this next year are not going to have anything extra. They're not going to have anything extra. They're going to have enough to squeak into properties. They're going to be buying it at just the crummiest time. The market's going to be all over the place. Interest rates are going to be super high, and they're not going to have a lot of money left over to clean up your messes. Not going to have enough money to clean up your messes. As a professional, somebody who does this for a living and sells a lot of homes and have sold hundreds in my career, this is necessary to make sure that your homes are easily moved into. Easily moved into. This is not like, oh, hey, I'm not going to paint. I'm not going to have a fresh roof. I'm not going to paint on the inside. I'm not going to put in new fixtures. I'm not going to put in toilets or toilet seats. I'm not going to put fresh gravel or beauty bark. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to sell it as is. And I'm just going to ask for a good price. That's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. The next 2 years, the way that you are going to win in real estate is closely connected with your ability to easily transition buyers into your home. Did you know that? If you guys get that right now, I know there's 7 of you watching, like give it a thumbs up or, I don't know, put a 1 in the comments. You know, that's the simple way to be able to react to this. Yet if you know someone, and maybe it's not you, and we all know people that are buying and selling at different times. And if you do know someone that's planning on selling their home, we best focus on making it really simple for buyers to be able to move in. So what my wife and I are doing now is we're focusing on what can we do to the house right now to make it really easy for the next buyer to live here. And this is one. And I've been planning on doing this for, 2 years right now. I've been planning on doing it for 2 years. And there it is. Time is of the essence. Life right now is forcing our family to react to the situation. And if you're not ready to react, it's going to slow you down. It's going to slow you down. Tell somebody today in your close circle, call them up, encourage them, remind them that time is of the essence for all of us. And some of this has nothing to do with buying or selling real estate. Some of us have to get serious with food and preparedness. 2024, 2023, we started to see the cracks. The fractures were happening in 22. We all have been following this. 23, our eyes are really open. We're coming into the wintertime. 2024, it has to get worse. It has to get worse. Look what's happening in our world. It's only getting worse. This is an advantage for us. This is really an advantage for us. Think about this. If things are getting worse, the prepared, the ones that are not scared, the ones that have some little hustles on the side, even if you don't have a ton of money and you're fairly debt-free and you have some skills, you're going to be able to take advantage of this. You're going to be able to take advantage of it. You're going to be nimble. And if you're not right now, like let's say you're, in your mid-50s or 60s and you really haven't worked too hard in your life and you really don't have a whole lot to show for everything you've done, and you've started to look for information right now, and I know it's a bit daunting to think about starting over, yet give yourself permission. We talked about this the other day on the live. What would you do differently if you had to? If you had to pick a new career, what would you choose? Right now, this is an honorable conversation to have with yourself. It's not all bad. It's really not all bad. And many of us know this. It's really not that bad. Life is going through a big change. It's going to be super painful for many people. It's going to be super painful for many people. We are going to be turned to, because if you're a prepared person right now, someone's going to turn to you and they're going to be looking for answers. Like, how do I do this? What should I do now? And for many of them, it could be too late. So they're just going to have to accept where they're at and work really hard with where they're at just to make it by. And some of them they're going to be looking for help. And I desire you to not turn them away right away. If these are people that you know, love, and trust, prepare for them right now. Prepare for them right now. You are the responsible party. You are going to be the covering for people in your circle that right now are naysayers and they don't see what's coming. And the things that we see, just following the economic information that we have, I mean, it's an unfair advantage. And I know the word prepper is so dumb, yet it's so necessary to identify ourselves. It's so necessary to identify ourselves as prepared or prudent or clever people. And we have an unfair advantage right now. And we are a very, very small percentage of people that see really where this could go. It's not necessarily where it is today, right? We know that. It's not necessarily where it is today. It's where it could go. It's where it could go. I had 2 contractors at my house today. They were rescreening many of my windows just over the years. The kids, you know how kids push screens out and just, stuff gets damaged and you take them out because you're washing them and they don't go back in or you break them. So I had my screens replaced and repaired and all new screens put in. It was $900. And these guys came over today and they're Middle Eastern guys. And we ended up having a great conversation about the blessing that America is. And both of them live up north of Seattle. And one of them purchased a home last year, and for $650,000, something like that. He and his wife both work, and they have children. And I was telling his buddy that was with him, who's also looking for a home right now, and they're pre-approved to $800,000. And I just looked at him. I said, "Wait, don't do it. Wait, give it a year and a half. You're going to have high interest rates, yet home prices are going to be coming down." And I said, "Think about this." So I just explained to them, this tsunami of foreclosures that will be coming. It may not be all perfect information today, right now, yet if you can see what's happening now and you can extrapolate into the future, this is what the media keeps us sheltered from. It's how to prepare. So it's our responsibility to react. It's our life is forcing us to react right now. And if you're slow right now, and you know that there's things that you should be doing right now, that if you don't waste another month or don't waste another week or year, this is going to put you in a great position. It's going to put you in a great position. I was talking with a buddy of mine this evening who's a high producing real estate agent. And Matt, if you end up watching this, that's okay. And we were just talking about the activities of high producers, and high producers oftentimes connect much of their success to setting goals and to planning ahead and business planning, right? So in the real estate world, we'll run our numbers annually, and some of us are better at this annually than others. You know, if you're a goal setter, put a 2 in the comments. And we were talking about how it's easy for us to set professional goals, so that's connected to our income, and how we can kind of manage our funnel and how many contacts we're making, how many open houses we're sitting, or if we're door knocking, prospecting for looking for new opportunities. Yet right now, it's important for us to set preparedness goals. And if you don't have any preparedness goals, man, if you have one, there's 13 of you on right now. Give me a preparedness goal that if you were able to hit in the next 4 months, would be like a big win for you. Some of you may not own a generator, and that might be something that you're preparing or saving for. Maybe some of you have 4 generators and you should be selling one or something, or giving one to somebody that should have one, or you know what I'm talking, top grading, or selling your older ones that still operate and moving into another one. Or maybe it's food. Maybe your first goal might be 3 months of food supply. I know some people still think that sounds really weird to have that. And some people say, oh yeah, I got way lots of food storage. And they don't. Yet for those of us that understand what that means, food preparations are vital to have, and to have a robust amount. And you should have, for every person in your house, I mean, you should have 100 cans of soups and beans per person. You should have a 50-pound bag of rice per person, or beans, buy what you eat. And I'm kind of saying this tongue in cheek right now, and there's a little bit of it that's just free flowing. These are the things that I think about all the time. In our family, we're moving all of our food supplies out, all of our food storage is going into storage, and it was a ton of work just to move it out of our house and put it into storage. It was a lot of work. Who's here? Oh. Chapman, say hi to everybody. Hi. That's my youngest son. We would like a solar generator. Hey, Elizabeth, that's an excellent goal. I would run to that. Having a solar generator, I mean, gas generators are excellent to have, and you have to have fuel storage, and you got to rotate it. Solar generators are really interesting, and many of you know about these. They can charge with, obviously, the sun. You could plug them into an outlet or into a generator and charge them up, and they're really great for stealth time or the quick emergencies. And here's why a solar generator is good, Elizabeth, is that if the power was to go out, it allows you to get to electricity quickly without having, in the middle of the night, or if it's snow outside, to go into the garage or pull out the generator, run the cords, run everything, start it up. It's loud. Everybody knows you're running a generator. A solar generator is a little stealth. And I like them because in the evening times, if you run your generators during the day, you can shut them off at night and you can sleep well and have power, maybe be able to plug in your refrigerator. We also own a solar generator. We purchased one, and that was a huge prep for us because it was several $1,000s. And for those of you that know about solar generators, they're an expensive investment. I mean, this battery world right now is expanding. It's not contracting. Okay, what else do we got? My goal. So this is just a girl in Pacific Northwest. Woohoo! Awesome! Pacific Northwest. Hey, my goal is to get an off-grid oven, either wood or solar. I have been told, and you know who told me about this, if you guys aren't following Bud at the Side Hustle Survivalist, he was sharing about his solar oven. that he uses his solar oven like an oven. His wife really enjoys to cook with it, and I've never used one, so that would be one that I'd like to look into. The quiet off-grid, okay, bundle keeper. It is. I mean, it is to be off-grid and to be in the quiet or completely set apart. There's something absolutely marvelous about that, isn't there? There is. Okay, what else? I desire a relatively handsome man to hurry up and get down here. Listen, relatively, Bud, you and I both know. I see you. If you guys don't know Bud, he's in the comments right now. He and I had a great belly laugh. So I'm a big man. I can fill a doorway up. You know, the Lord blessed me with a husky stage in the 2nd grade, and I never grew out of it. And that husky stage put me through a $200,000 college education, and I got to travel all over the world throwing a shot put. It was really cool. And then there's some of us that are relatively short. Now, I wouldn't say you're super short, Bud, but, you know, compared to me, you know, I would say that 80% of the people are. So if you guys don't know Bud, you should go over to his channel and follow him. Hey, there's another great channel. His name is Matt. I don't know if he wants to say his last name, so I won't. Yet his channel is Ox Talks. And there's a story with the name Ox. I think it was something that he had in college. Yet he is an well-versed, very well-spoken attorney, and specifically a real estate attorney in California. And if you go to Ox Talks, he is giving valuable information for us, specifically tied to real estate and things to be prepared for and things to know about. So if you desire somebody that's an actual attorney that's going to be given a lot of free advice connected to real estate, so you don't necessarily have to pay for it, Matt would be a great person for you guys to go and follow. All right, Psalms 144, watchman warning, you can't stay in the system. Isaiah, Revelation, 18:4, and Revelation 13. Sorry, my eyes aren't so good. Share that in the feed of the soul. Yes, want to start using our sun oven. Hey, Bud, since you're on right now, talk about the sun oven. I mean, that's something I think you said your wife did, so maybe you could put it in the comments. Elizabeth was talking about that. All that to say, guys, we are finishing up another day. I've got 4 days before we may have this home on the market. So everything that we're doing right now, it's just manual. And I don't really have a whole lot of time for myself during the day yet. I try to sneak away and just have a quiet moment and enjoy a seltzer. Does anyone else like seltzers? I never drank them. I was a big Diet Coke and soda guy. And then I found seltzers and I hated them at first, and I started drinking them. I'm like, and you know, I slowly just started to enjoy them. Anyway, I'm going to go tend this oven. I almost said tend this oven. I'm going to go tend this fire. It's really wonderful out here right now. The sun's going down. Actually, the sun is down. Just went down. And Chapman and I. Subscribe. He says, subscribe. Hey, guys, have an awesome night. I appreciate you. Hey, my mom's on. Yep. And I can't read these little things. Appreciate you guys. Be encouraged. Life is going to force you to react. And if you're ready to react when the time comes, when it forces you to, that's where performance is going to happen. So be prepared to react, because when life forces you to do it, you're either going to show up or you're not. And this channel, the Ninja Nation, those of us that follow this type of content, we're performers in life. Don't fall short of your expectation to protect those that you love, those that you are over, the ones that you're held accountable to provide and protect for. Show up for them. Do it for yourself first, because if you do it for yourself, your mask's on, you can put theirs on next. Have a great night, guys. Appreciate you.